Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mike, coming from Tucson, Arizona. Out here enjoying this nice weather, beautiful sunshine. Got the windows opened up, taking in some sun. Ran some errands today, and I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick about some man stuff, So I talk a lot about men being men, right? And one of the things that we have to comprehend as men is that there's consequences for our actions. All right, so like we know already that if you if you eat unhealthy, your body becomes unhealthy, right? Okay, and so like I've said in the past, part of being a man is taking care of your energy, your health, and your wealth, right? If you don't take care of your health, you're going to become unhealthy. So that's one of the consequences of eating unhealthy. Okay, if you don't eat healthy foods and whatnot, your body becomes unhealthy. Alright, if you go speeding down the highway or whatever, and you get pulled over by a cop, you did something wrong, there's a consequence for it. Okay, so there's a consequence for your action. You signed a paper when you got your license saying that if you speed and get caught, you'll pay the fine. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. Another one is like when you blame other people for your inactions, there's a consequence. You can't blame people for the things that you're doing wrong in your life. You can't blame your parents. Well, you can blame them for not teaching you the consequences of your actions, right? But if you do something, you're going to either reap the rewards or you're going to pay the consequence, right? So you can't blame anybody else for the crap you do. Plain and simple. All right. Since we're talking about men, all right, if you're a man who's walking around life acting like a woman, there's a consequence for that. There's actually two consequences. First, women are not attracted to men that act like women. Alright, that's how you get placed in the friend zone. That's how you end up lonely and bitter, mad at women for being women, because you're acting like her girlfriends or her sister or her mom or her aunties, whatever it is. Right? A man that acts like a woman is not going to be attractive to women. They're not attracted. So that's one consequence. Another consequence of acting like a woman when you're supposed to be a man is that other men will not want to be around you. Alright? Men don't want to be around a dude that's acting feminine, crying, complaining, arguing, and just like a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny because I'm trying to make a video to help men become men, but I don't understand the point of view of the men that act like women, to point it out for them. Pretty much, if you look at your actions and you act like the women in your life, if you equate yourself to them, if you take on that feminine or that feminist mentality, you know what I'm saying? Like we're all equal and all that. No, men are men, women are women. Okay, we're different. Alright, it's just plain and simple. We are different. Alright, that's why all those, if you look right now, there's a lot of things happening in the world with this whole transgender movement and all that, where the men are allowed to carry themselves through life as women, right? And they are beating women in women categories, especially the sports, stuff like that. Like, they got men breaking rewards. The Woman of the Year, a couple of years ago, was a man who decided to become a woman. Don't ask me how that happened. You women allowed that. Not my fault. Don't blame me. Okay? I wasn't cool with it. I didn't agree with it. You women allowed it. And now men are winning at the women's activities. All right, playing some, especially the sports. They're dominating, breaking records. All right. So anyway, so that's one half of the video I wanted to make. Right. Okay. So we understand that as a man, there's consequences for your actions. Okay. To add to that, there are also consequences of inaction. Okay. There are consequences to not doing certain things. Okay. For one, as a man, you're supposed to take risks in life in order to achieve the things you want. Okay. We all heard the memes or the sayings, the phrases, no risk, no reward, right? So if you don't try something, you will never know whether you could or could not do that thing. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can say, oh, I want to surf one day. If you never get in the water, get on the board, paddle out, and try to catch some waves, you'll never know whether you could or could not do it. If you never enter a gaming tournament, you never know where you rank amongst the other gamers. Okay, there are consequences to your inaction. If you don't try, you can't succeed. You can't fail to know what you're doing wrong. It might only take one little thing to help you get into that success category. Okay? If you don't invest in yourself, you know, whether it be education, exercise, learning, reading about yourself, for you fellas out there, in this year, 2019, if you are still complaining about women, that is your fault. There are an unreal amount of books out there that have been written by women and men about the characteristics of women, about the behaviors of women, why they do what they do, why they are the way they are. There's a whole red pill movement going on right now. It has become mainstream. I mean, you can get on YouTube, you can get on any of the forums and whatnot and find out now everything you want to know about why women are the way they are, why they do the things they do. Okay, so as a man, especially if you want to have a family and whatnot one day, you know, it's not that hard to pick up a book, you know, look at some videos, social media. It's all out there, man. You know, but you gotta invest in yourself. So the lack of investment in yourself, of trying to learn, trying to take in information, learn how to process it, so that you understand what's going on in your life. All right, that's, you know, there's a consequence for not trying those things. Okay, you know, people say, oh, if I ever won the lottery. Okay, yeah, you can win the lottery. It's possible. People win the lottery. But if you never buy a lottery ticket, yeah, guess what? You have zero chance of winning. Okay, if you don't try, if you don't invest, if you don't buy the ticket, you can't win. Alright? People say, oh, I want to work for a big company and stuff one day. You got to make the resume. You got to turn in the application. You know what I'm saying? You got to get yourself an interview. You know, there's a lot of people that won't even fill out the application to get there. You know, so there's a consequence for you not doing those simple little things. Alright? And then, same thing with, you know, again, with the dating, you know. If you never approach a woman because she's so beautiful or she's out of your league or whatever crazy mentality you have about women, it's another human being, okay? And you're scared to go talk to another human being. How do you expect to meet a beautiful woman or find out something about somebody that you're attracted to if you're too scared to even walk up to her and talk to her? Alright? So there's a consequence for that. You're going to be old and lonely. You know what I'm saying? If some people say they won't be lonely or this and that. I believe for myself, in order to be the man you want to be, you have to be able to give back to the world. Okay, you can't just keep taking in, all right, or else you become like those worms and stuff in the ground. You know what I'm saying? When it rains, they just come up out of the ground. They grab some water. They look for some nutrients or whatever, but they don't provide nothing for us until they die. All right. So unless you want to just be fertilizer, you know, 40 or 50 years from now, then there's no, that's the consequence. You know what I'm saying? If you're too scared to even make the approach, you're never gonna get that girl. You're never gonna even know if you had a chance. You know, and there are some women out there that are just waiting for that guy to come and approach her. And the funniest thing is, the prettiest girls get approached the least. You know, because so many men are scared to even go up and say something to them. Alright, so I just want to make a quick video, you know, just let you guys know there are consequences for your inactions and there's consequences for your actions. Alright, so pay attention to what you're doing in life. Get yourself together, you know, set your goals, you know, find out what your dreams are, find out what your mission is in this life, and go out there and conquer it. Alright, and just know that there are consequences. Some things you're going to try and you're going to fail, but if you actually try and you fail, you'll learn something. There's something to be learned in everything you do. Alright, but if you do nothing, you learn nothing, you gain nothing, you get nothing. Alright, so that's the video for today. Alright, like and subscribe to my YouTube, pass it on to your friends. If you see something or hear something that you thought was effective, or something I said needs to be heard by someone you know, pass the message along. It's free. It's YouTube, man. Just copy and paste the link. Send it to your buddies. Alright? Well, until next time, it's Mike. I'll see you guys on the next one, alright? Aloha.